Assalamu alaikum.
Hey guys, welcome back to another session. We're here, Unveiled Mindset, 30-day Ramadan series. We are super excited. So today we're going to go through a couple different surahs as well. Same thing, you guys already know. We're going to go through the surah. We're going to watch a video about it. Perhaps have different discussions depending on what the surah is about. And yeah, let us know what your thoughts are in the comments. And hopefully you're having a wonderful Ramadan and you're taking, this time to reflect and to learn and to really get closer to your deen. I for certain am. But yeah, and I think this has been very helpful for me. And throughout the day also, I'm tuning in to other things that I'm listening to. So hopefully this serves as, something entertaining for you guys and something helpful for you guys and food for thought, so to speak. Oh, welcome, Mo. Right on time for the quiz.
Right on.
Okay, so
is that Karifa's dad?
The first question.
Mm-hmm.
What does
sorry, guys.
No problem. We just started. So, who's first in line?
Yep. Okay, the first question goes for Numso. What does us mean in English? Patience, the time, the guidance, the promise. You got 5 seconds. Oh no.
I have 5 seconds.
10 seconds, sorry.
Passing a time.
Did you cheat?
What do you mean? I have notes.
Oh, okay. Are you looking at the notes?
I'm not supposed to look at
notes. No, you're not supposed to look at the notes. Dog, what the hell? Talk about weight. All right, next. Get in. What does Surah emphasize as necessary for success? 1, wealth and power, patience, true faith, and good deeds, military strength, memorizing the Quran.
Faith and good deeds.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Let me see, who's next?
I don't know. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Go back to the thing.
Am I muted?
Next. It's Fatima Love.
Fatima Love.
Am I muted?
You're not muted.
No, you're not muted.
You're here. Don't I
said true. Yes, true. She just said it. It must be true.
Yep. Correct.
Oh, look at that. Easy.
Bizzle, how many verses are in Surah Al-Asr?
You got 10 seconds, brother.
If you're on mute, okay.
Say 5. That is incorrect. The answer is 3.
3.
Yeah, you got.
Aisha sang. What blessing did Allah give to the Quraysh in this surah?
How many seconds do I have? Wealth and power, security and provision, the prophet among them. All of the above.
All the above. Correct.
Yeah.
And then is it Lamin?
Wait, I didn't get a multiple choice.
No, it varies. It's different.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lamin.
I was about to say.
What does Al-Fil mean in English? Oh, he got this question last time.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel. Isn't that the isn't it something like that? The not chicken?
You said the what?
I could barely see it. Hold on.
It says the camel,
You gotta zoom
the
in.
house,
You gotta
the
zoom
mountain,
in.
or the elephant.
Yeah, the elephant. Yeah, I said, yeah.
Okay. He got this exact question last time.
Yeah.
And then Mo,
Surah
Al-Fil describes a historical event that happened in the year of the elephant. True or false?
True.
That is correct.
Now
Oh, you gotta check the stream up there.
Yeah, you click on it, you'll be able to see it.
What
Man, I'm
is
slow.
Quraysh's main economic activity mentioned during the surah?
Who's next? You?
It's me, yeah.
Okay.
Trading caravans?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yes.
Next.
How did Allah destroy the army of Abraha? This is Jannah.
By sending birds with stones.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe, yeah.
Am I supposed to be next?
Yep.
Yeah, you're supposed to, you next.
What does Allah command Quraysh to do in gratitude for their blessings?
I'm good, my market job. I'm good, children.
Wait, what surah are you reading?
I want to say, pray the Lord, pray to the Lord. I don't think that's correct.
That is correct.
That is
Correct.
correct.
And then is Bizzle?
I'm
Yeah, I
so
think so.
smart.
What does Quraysh refer to, Bizzle?
Zoom in.
Huh?
The place in Yemen.
The place in Yemen.
Wait, do you? Okay, yeah, click it.
Yeah.
That's your final
Or the
answer?
tribe of Muhammad.
Bizzle.
The
Bizzle,
tribe
no,
of
that's not the final
the
answer.
tribe of Prophet Muhammad.
Mm.
I'm tripping.
And then Sank, who led the army of elephants against the Kaaba?
Oh.
Abu Lahab.
Um. I'll just say Abraha, because it was not the other three.
Abu Lahab.
Correct.
No, it wasn't. Abu Lahab was the uncle of the prophet.
Oh yeah.
Lamin, the Quraysh tribe used to travel for trade in summer and winter. True or false?
Loss? True?
Huh?
I'm gonna say true.
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 Yep.
All year long. Mo, Surah Quraysh warns the people about punishment. True or false?
Sorry?
It warns people about punishment. True or false?
True?
Yeah, we had that.
Incorrect, brother.
Oh, it doesn't?
Well,
Oh, it doesn't.
can you go back? Go back?
I right here. Surah Quraysh warns people about punishment. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't, right? It's
No, it's the other surah. Is it Adiyat or
what is
Al-Bayna?
this one then? I forget.
This is Quraysh. Can't remember. Is this the elephant? No, that's
Is
not
this
the
the
elephant.
one with
Yeah,
the
this
war?
this
The
is
horse.
the Quraysh.
Was this the horse?
This is the prophet's people.
No, Quraysh is it's warning against like like worshiping other idols and stuff,
Yeah.
and making sure you're giving back to like the poor and the needy and stuff,
yes.
and just worshiping Allah alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other one is punishment. I think is
Eve.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yep. Good.
Oh, it's me. Okay. According to Sunnah, who is
According to Surah Al-Asr, who is in loss?
lost?
Because you want to say loud for her.
Okay. According to Sunnah, who is lost? Only the disbelievers, everyone except those who believe in your deeds. Only the poor, only the people. Everyone except those who believe and do. The blue one.
Everyone except those who believe.
believe and do good
Only the
deeds.
disbelievers.
Okay, that is correct.
Bizzle trying to steer me wrong.
Well, as a group, we got 13 out of 15.
We did well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm one of
very
them.
smart.
I'm one of them. Sorry guys.
So, but
I missed one.
we have another one, and then after that we get.
Oh, we
into
have
the-
another one?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we can get into this, the lectures. All right,
Okay, so Surah Al-Adiyat,
who's going first? Going first, right?
yeah,
Okay.
describes
So Surah
horses. Ooh, okay, horses as a symbol of humans' obedience to Allah. Yes, true. True.
That is incorrect.
What? Which one was that then?
Let's go back. On Surah Adiyat describe the horses of the symbol of human.
Which one started off about the force of the way the horse
Yeah, I don't think
strives?
that's not Adiyat.
No?
Then that was Qadr, right?
No, Qadr is the night of decree.
That is
No, the
Wait a minute.
the choruser.
power.
Wait, Adiyat is though. Adiyat is.
Oh, I know. Right? Because that's how it starts.
But Surah Adiyat describes horses as a symbol of human obedience. No, of Allah. I don't think that's what it represents. Okay.
It's both. Because remember, Mo had that opinion of like it should represent
Yeah, but
like
that's his opinion. But does that mean that's what it says?
I think that was the takeaway of like how the horse, like all of that certainty is how we
Symbol-
should be obedient to,
Yeah, it is. It is. That's
to Allah.
No, I don't think so.
And then that's also how.
So what's
Okay,
yours?
so that's how Allah is. So that's how it compares of Allah's obedience to us, or like not obedience, but like Allah's like loyalty to us. Yes, but also how we should be like loyal to. At least I don't know. That's kind of what we spend time on.
Let's look it up. Let's look it up.
Yeah. Let me see. Maybe. It say in so that the horse symbolizes strength, power, loyalty, and obedience. The horse also represents the relationship between human and God and the importance of gratitude.
Yeah. So we talked about. Yeah. I'm gonna get my
The symbol
point.
of human obedience to Allah.
Yeah, it's both. It's the obedience and loyalty between the two, and how it should.
But
be.
it doesn't. It said it symbolizes strength, power, loyalty, and obedience. But the horse is as a symbol of human obedience to Allah.
I think.
Yeah, it literally saying that's the surah. It's a surah that
No, I'm saying
surah that describe horses as a symbol to human obedience to Allah is Surah Adiyat.
Okay, we'll come back to it and double check.
Okay.
I mean, I see strength, but I want to because the question is asking if the horse is a symbol of human obedience to Allah. So
Yeah, I think it's because it starts with like by the galloping of the horse and the the force and like it's anyways, yeah, we can move forward.
Next, what action of the horse is described in the beginning of Surah Al-Adiyat? 1, flying in the sky, carrying people for trades, running swiftly into battles, sleeping at night.
Running swiftly into battle.
Huh?
Running swift into battle, she said.
Running swiftly into battle.
And that's what I just said too. As the galloping of the horse.
Okay. Next, what human trait criticized in Surah Adiyat? Kindness, greed and ungratefulness, intelligence, and generosity.
This is Fatima.
Who's that
That's for me. I might as well skip it. It's me. The human interest. Wallah billah, I don't know.
Think about it. Think about it.
I don't know.
What human
That might
trait
be
is
wrong.
criticized? What human trait is criticized? Is being kind criticized?
No,
being
greedy and
intelligent?
ungrateful, intelligent.
All right. Okay.
It's greedy. Alpha.
All right. Next.
I think it's Bizzle.
Yeah. Surah Adiyat state that people are naturally thankful for what they have. True or false? Bizzolini, if he's here.
Who said? Who turn is it?
Bizzle.
False, man. Let's move on. He's not.
No, he's here. He's here. Okay, I'm gonna click false. All right, bet. Next. That was correct.
And I just like
Yeah.
next.
What does Al-Adiyat refers to? The angel, the stars, the mountains, the fast horses.
Is it me?
Yeah, you can answer it.
Fast horses.
Okay. All right. Next. What does Al-Humazah mean? Backbiters.
I just think to take this one.
Yeah, the generous, the forgiver, the helper.
Backbiters.
Bizzle.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, click on back batters.
Okay, next. What does
Wait,
Surah?
whose turn was it though?
It was Sung's turn, but now it's your turn. What does Surah I forgot how to pronounce this.
Takatur.
Takatur.
What does Surah Takatur warn people about? Paying too often, seeking knowledge, speaking kindly to others, gathering too much wealth, and being distracted by worldly gains.
That last one, I think.
Being
Seeking
distracted
Let's
by
see.
worldly gains.
which
Just the
one?
blue one.
Oh, the blue one.
That's what you said, Lamin?
Yeah, the last one, whatever the last thing you said.
Okay. What does Al-Takatur
Takatur mean? Takota.
What does Takatur mean?
You got me.
What does
That's
Takatur
Mo.
mean? The charity, the truthfulness, the forgiveness, the rivalry and worldly increases. Rivalry and worldly
The worldly increases.
Okay. Man, y'all over there.
Sorry, I missed my turn. I was trying to unmute, but the app was just glitching.
No problem.
And you gotta
can go-
swipe up and down a little bit. Like you gotta like say if you're pressing the button and not working, just like slide, like put your finger on the screen and like go up and down, and then like press, like you'll see once your screen moves, you can change it. That's what I've been doing.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank
You
you.
can take this one. Bizzle. Yeah.
When will people realize their mistakes according to Surah Al-Takathur? In this world, when they see the hellfire, when they read the Quran, or during their youth?
Is this for me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's for Saint.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, me. Yeah. When they see hellfire.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Bizzle, stop answering when it's not your turn.
No, I had got a phone call. I thought it was my turn.
What will people be questioned about on the day of judgment according to Surah Al-Takathur? Their wealth, their knowledge, their family members,
You just gave up on.
their blessing and pleasure.
Speaking Maninka, bro.
Yo, no, so, bro. Left no, so, I mean, yeah. What are you laughing? How you say it? Takathur.
Takathur. No.
Takatur.
So I think it's more.
Takathur. It's me, right?
Is it you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Their wealth, their family members, their knowledge, their blessing and pleasure.
They're
Think about that, Takathur. I'm just being honest.
okay. Okay. What will be questioned on that? Okay, their wealth, their knowledge, their family members, their blessing, their wealth.
Yeah.
Oh, their blessing and pleasures.
Oh, so
The pleasures of this world.
Yep. Surah Takathur.
False.
Encourage people to
She said
gather
false.
for the audio.
Oh yeah.
Chill. Takathur encourage people to gather as much wealth as possible. You say false?
False.
Okay. Next, this is
Fatima
gonna be Fatima Love. Yep.
Yeah.
The love of the world can make people forget the hereafter. True or false? Fatima.
Love.
She said true.
Okay, true.
She's a true. Okay.
Correct. Bizzle.
Yeah, Bizzle, what is the main theme of Surah Al-Adiyat? The power of nature, the story of the Prophet Muhammad, the punishment of the past nation, human ingratitude, and love of wealth.
Bizzle, this one is yours.
If you can't get off me, you can just put it in the chat and get out with just.
Yeah, y'all got to give people a minute because once you go on mute on this thing, it's hard to come back.
Really? I mean, I'm not on the other side of it, so I don't be knowing.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, swipe up and down on y'all screen. Y'all going like, it's gonna be good.
Or he could phone a friend. I
Put it in the chat.
or
Oh, somebody answer
can
it.
answer, yeah.
I'll answer since I'm next. Human ingratitude and love of wealth.
Correct.
The fire. Yeah, Numsa, you read this.
You be trying to put me on the spot.
Yeah. The fire of Al. Yeah, what surah is that?
Did we go through that?
We definitely did.
That's not a surah. I think it's a.
I think it's I don't want to say Hamza. How Hamza? I can reach the.
Is that Al-Humaza?
Al-Humaza? Yeah,
That
that's
say Hutama, bro. That's Hutama.
Yeah, that should be Al-Humaza.
true or
That say
false.
Hutama, bro. Y'all funny as hell.
Al-Humaza.
That say Hutama, bro.
I know, but yeah, I know the surah. So answer.
No, I was tripping. I'm like, wait, huh?
It's supposed to be.
We're just
All
gonna
right,
skip.
just read. Yes,
We're gonna skip this
continue.
one.
No, go ahead, keep it, because we know what surah we talking about.
Well, we skipped it because we we're running out of time.
Okay, Al-Humaza mentioned.
So Al-Humaza mentioned in the
mentions
surah.
punishments in hell.
It's a punishment in hell.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct. Who is condemned in Surah Al-Humaza? Those who backbites and slander others, those who memorize the Quran, those who seek knowledge.
The backbiters.
It's not even your turn.
Sorry.
Like y'all don't follow no rules.
That's Imam Janet, bro.
Y'all can just shout out. That's what we're gonna do next time. Okay, 14 out of
Sorry.
16.
I just love
The
quizzes
excitement,
when I know
yeah.
the answers.
You know what? I'll make a special quiz just for you.
It's the excitement. I get it. Okay, so that was good. All right.
That was giving me a headache.
No, that was good. Good job, guys.
So yeah,
Doda and Arab go together.
you don't go.
That nigga said tukul. Yeah, for this.
Nah, but yeah. So we're gonna. You said what?
Nothing. Sorry.
Yeah, don't distract Imam Hemati. Don't do
All
that.
right. First, we're gonna start with Al Fajr, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna.
The reason I'm saying Al Fajr is because we actually, so that's 89, and last time we did 87, 88,
Okay.
and we didn't get to 89. So let's get this one done, and then we'll do 84, 85, 86.
All right. So what did you explain already how we? So
Yeah.
what we normally do. Anyway, we're
did.
gonna go through this. Okay, perfect. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna share it now, and then we're gonna go through the surah, and then we're gonna have a discussion
Yeah.
as we go along.
Yep.
So try to pay attention, Fatima love.
Al Fajr is
Sky bursting open.
no. This is not Al Fajr.
It's not
No. Yeah. 89.
80, 89 or 84.
89 Al Fajr.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah. You were just on it.
I saw
Can y'all hear it and see it?
We can see it. We
Okay.
can't hear it yet.
Al-Fajr.
You hear, right?
That's chapter 89 in the Quran. Happened to them, as they were also an example of people who were.
Wait, I gotta fix the audio.
All right. Everyone can see it, right?
We're
You can hear it? We're about to start it.
Yes, we
Okay.
can see and hear.
Perfect.
Al-Fajr, Dawn, is chapter 89 in the Quran. This Meccan chapter was revealed to warn the Arab pagans of Quraysh that the punishments that happened to Ad, Thamud, and Pharaoh could easily happen to them, as they were also an example of people who were ungrateful in prosperity and impatient in adversity. The chapter is divided into three main parts. The first part talks about the evil nations that came before us and what Allah did to them. The second part talks about the bad news that awaits those who deny Allah and His signs. And the third part talks about the good news that awaits the believers who have faith in Allah. Allah begins the chapter with an oath, swearing by four of His creation. Wal Fajr, by the dawn. Walayalin Ashr, and the 10 nights, referring to the first 10 days of the month of Dhul Hijjah, when Muslims perform their Hajj or pilgrimage to Mecca. Wash-Shaf'i wal-Watr, and the even and the odd. Wal-Layli idha yasr, and the night when it passes. Allah then poses a question. هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر? Is all this not a sufficient oath for those who have sense? Allah mentions three ancient and powerful civilizations, the people of Ad, Thamud, and Fir'aun, or Pharaoh. أَلَمْ تَرَ كَيْفَ فَعَلَ رَبُّكَ بِعَادٍ? Did you not see how your Lord dealt with Ad? إِرَمَ ذَاتِ الْعِمَادِ, the people of Iram, with their great stature, الَّتِي لَمْ يُخْلَقْ مِثْلُهَا فِي الْبِلَادِ, unmatched in any other land. وَثَمُودَ الَّذِينَ جَابُوا الصَّخْرَ بِالْوَادِ, and Thamud, who carved their homes into the rocks in the stone valley. وَفِرْعَوْنَ ذِي الْأَوْتَادِ, and the Pharaoh of mighty structures. الَّذِينَ طَغَوْا فِي الْبِلَادِ, they all transgressed throughout the land. فَأَكْثَرُوا فِيهَا الْفَسَادِ, spreading much corruption there. فَصَبَّ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّكَ صَوْتَ عَذَابٍ, So your Lord unleashed on them a scourge of punishment. Inna rabbaka labil mirsad. For your Lord is truly vigilant. This reminder serves as a warning to any nation that comes after them, that Allah sees everything and can punish them for their transgressions and for spreading corruption at any time and in any way He sees fit. In the second part of the chapter, Allah shares the bad news with those who deny His signs and blessings. Allah may test people in two ways, either through His generosity and blessings, and they will boast, "My Lord has deservedly honored me," or by limiting their provision, which they will protest by saying, "My Lord has undeservedly humiliated me." Allah would then show examples of things the ungrateful and unfaithful people do, like not taking care of the orphans, not urging each other to feed the poor, greedily stealing the inheritance of other people, and loving your wealth so fervently that you don't want to share it with others. Allah would then promise an end to all this on the Day of Judgment. كَلَّا إِذَا دُكَّتِ الْأَرْضُ دَكًّا دَكًّا. Enough, when the earth is entirely crushed over and over. وَجَاءَ رَبُّكَ وَالْمَلَكُ صَفًّا صَفًّا. And your Lord comes to judge with angels, rank upon rank. وَجِيءَ يَوْمَئِذٍ بِجَهَنَّمَ يَوْمَئِذٍ يَتَذَكَّرُ الْإِنسَانُ وَأَنَّ لَهُ الذِّكْرَى. And hell is brought forth on that day. This is when every disbelieving person will remember their own sins. But what is the use of remembering then? يَقُولُ يَا لَيْتَنِي قَدَّمْتُ لِحَيَاتِي. They will cry, "I wish I had set forth something good for my true life." فَيَوْمَئِذٍ لَا يُعَذِّبُ عَذَابَهُ أَحَدٌ. On that day, He will punish them severely like no other. وَلَا يُوثِقُ وَثَاقَهُ أَحَدٌ. And bind them tightly like no other. Allah would then share the good news with those who were faithful to Him and worshipped Him alone. يَا أَيَّتُهَا النَّفْسُ الْمُطْمَئِنَّةُ. God will say to the righteous, "O tranquil soul, ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية." Return to your Lord, well pleased with Him and well pleasing to Him. فَادْخُلِي فِي عِبَادِي. So join my servants. وَادْخُلِي جَنَّتِي. And enter my paradise. Help us create more videos by visiting our website today and contributing to our mission.
Whew. Now that was some stuff.
But that last part give me goosebumps every time, bro.
Man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, yeah. So I'm gonna give you talk about the context and then we can get into a discussion. I got some stuff to say. Yeah, I might not like it. I was talking. So Surah Al-Fajr, chapter 89 of Quran, means the dawn in Arabic, and the entire chapter primarily focuses on the theme of taking an oath by the dawn. The 10th night, often interpret as the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, the even and the odds, the departing night, to highlight the importance of the reflecting on the sign of creation and the consequence of neglecting good deeds, while also warning against the fate of disbelieving people like the people of Ad and Tamud, who were destroyed due to their arrogance and disobedience to God. Some of the key points about Surah Al-Fajr: we have the oath. In the beginning, the first few verses use several oaths to emphasize the seriousness of the message that follows. Story of the past nation. The surah mentioned the story of the people of Ad and Tamud as example of those who were punished for their transgression. They actually mentioned it in the surah too. So criticism of the human nature. It criticized the tendency of people to become arrogant when they are blessed with wealth and power and neglect the poor and the needy. Promise of paradise. The surah conclude with a message of hope for the righteous believer who will be rewarded with paradise. Yes, Al-Fajr, the dawn. Do you have anything to add before we get into discussion? Do anybody have something to say? It's open for discussion now.
I think this one kind of reminds me a little bit of there was one of the surahs towards like closer to the end, very short. I don't know if it was like small acts of kindness or abundance or something like that, whereby it highlights, being kind to others, right? And giving to others and giving to the poor and things like that. And so I think in greater detail, this goes through like, especially the people who are able to get, all abundant things here in the world, but then get very arrogant and aren't compassionate with like people that are less fortunate. And I think that this is like the fact that, we're in Ramadan, the month of Ramadan and everything like that. It's the entire spirit of it all is to, be compassionate to the less fortunate and not to be arrogant and to recenter yourself and things like that. So I think this is a lot more like descriptive in terms of like what will happen, for those people.
So the last couple of surahs we went through were also like
very descriptive in terms of punishments.
Kind of like the same thing. And it's just, I feel like it's saying the same thing. Like I forgot what the last 3 surah were, but it's pretty much the same thing. I think we had a long conversation, Lamina and I, I think the conversation was, I can't remember what was the topic. But Al-Al, Al-Gashi, I think that's the one we had a long conversation about. But they're all kind of saying the same thing. But
it's all like reassurance.
Yeah. The one thing I got from it is like there's no middle ground. It's like you got to pick a side. Like there's no middle ground. You either got to be with the righteous people or on the other side, the sinners. Obviously, nobody want to be with the sinners. But something else that stood out to me, I kind of want to go back a little bit at like 3 minutes and 13 seconds. It mentioned about 2 people being in 2 different positions, but they're all complaining about. They're all complaining. The other guy is joyful about his position, but the other guy is also.
Yeah, I think it's something along the lines of like two ways God can, or you can have tests.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Blessings, and they will have bad news with those. In the second part of the chapter, Allah shares the bad news with those who deny His signs and blessings. Allah may test people in 2 ways, either through His generosity and blessings, and they will boast, "My Lord has deservedly honored me," or by limiting their provision, which they will protest by saying, "My Lord has undeservedly humiliated me." Allah would then show examples of things the ungrateful and unfaithful people do, like not taking care of the orphans.
Okay, so I have a question there. Like, so you got the guy that has an abundance of wealth. It's like he's bragging about it. Oh, my God did this for me, right? It's like if a rich kid brag about his parents being rich, and the other guy is a homeless guy that doesn't have anything. He's like
suffering.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, God let me down. So it's like they're both being ungrateful.
I think those are both tests. The way that I interpret those is because people always say they're, if you, a lot of people go and start praying and things like that. And when they're on the ladder of what you said, they're suffering, something went bad, they lost something, right? Something disastrous happened. And so, or they're scared or nervous. That's a way of God, you going through a specific test, which, hopefully in that test brings you closer to God and allows you to seek, guidance from God and believe that, at the end of the day, I know that God got me, right? And I'm going to continue to believe, I'm going to continue to pray, and, through this and kind of look at the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, right? Whereas there are people in that situation that will almost like curse, right? Like, I'm pissed at I'm pissed that this happened. Why did this happen to me? And be angry, right? So that's essentially failing that test in the way that I interpret this.
Okay.
And then the other side is when you have blessings and great things, you're supposed to, mashallah, like be grateful. Like I'm very grateful for everything God has done for me. Don't forget God in your days of being prosperous, because there are people who during their days of being prosperous will also be like,
oh, we'll start getting arrogant. And for them, it'll be, I did this myself, you know, like I'm so great. And then they'll almost forget to go back to God to like seek praise.
Okay.
And if anyone, I don't know
Yeah,
if anyone else
go ahead,
has
let me
something
Wait,
additional
can I?
to say.
I'm about to say, like, what was it? Like something Numso said earlier about the like, well, even in the video, like he said that what was it? Like when like Allah blesses people, or like he even like used the This is why I like the Quran, because he uses like references like Ad and Tamud, like he used dumb people. Like you remember they said they were like giants that's living like in the mountains or like in the caves and stuff like that, and they were like I said, giants, right? And they thought they were like the most powerful people, and then they sent down like what's his name, Prophet who like he was like with them or whatever the case may be, right? And those people, those are like the most like powerful people like at that time. Like they were like I said, they were strong, they were wealthy, they like had everything that they needed. But like, so like they took it as like Numso just said, like we are the ones that's like caused this. They forget that like Allah is the reason why like sustenance comes down. You get what I'm saying? Like even like you said, like a rich kid when he when his parents got money or whatever the case may be, like he just like boast or whatever the case may be. You like you're supposed to be grateful. And the person that's like down and bad case may be, I think we had this conversation before. You know, it's like Numso said, it's all a test. Like you get tested with wealth, you get tested with religion, you get tested with like what is it, like different stuff like in there, bro. Like what was it? I looked out for like a second. Like the person that's Allah tests like poverty just to see what you're gonna do, right?
Yeah.
But like Allah knows the person like better than they know themselves. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like Allah could put you in a situation, but like Allah like is more like he's more like he's all knowing. Like it's stuff that Allah knows that we don't know. Like even within ourselves as a poor person, how many times that we seen people like get money or whatever the case may be and forget Allah? Like the person that's like say somebody's like super down. Me and Suleiman were just talking about this the other day. Like people, they tend to like sit down, and when they're down, they ask Allah for all this different stuff, right? But once Allah like give them that stuff, they kind of take their foot off the gas, like the gas a little bit. Like okay, like I didn't got what I wanted. You get what I'm saying? But Allah wanna hear the person praise him. Like I don't know how to explain. Like he wanna hear the people praise him. So sometimes you'll like delay what you're asking for just so he could like hear you praise him. Not it's not like Allah is doing you bad or whatever the case may be. It's like a light at the end of the tunnel for you at the end of the day. Like every dua is answered, no matter like what your dua is. I want to put that was like my train of thought right there. Like say we put like we ask for wealth and health and everything like that, right? Allah might not answer it like in the way that you want, but he'll answer it though. Like no dua goes without being answered. It's either it's answered like within the dunya, like say you asking for wealth or whatever the case may be. Allah might bless you with wealth. But Allah might also bless the other person that's asking for wealth. He might bless them in the hereafter. But he might make them like amongst the people of Jannah. But the person that's like asking for wealth here, he might just give him what he wants for the dunya. He might not give you Jannah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So like,
That makes sense. To kind of piggyback off what you were also saying, I mean, sometimes I feel like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does kind of test us in different ways. Like sometimes you have the option, like for example, in the surah, it's mentioned the people of Ad and Thamud. Like Thamud in particular, Prophet Salih was sent to them, and then he was a part of like their clan, right? Like they were about to appoint him as like their leader, but he knew what they were doing was wrong, so he decided to choose the path of Allah, which was, preaching the word of forget shirk, stop being haughty. Allah is the one who gives you power, blah, blah, blah. And then he chose to, abandon his people, obviously after giving them countless of warnings. So I feel like even in this dunya, you have the option to, it's hard, like fast money or like choosing is easy. You could choose to steal and you'll still get money, or you could choose to work hard and get money, if that makes sense. So we still have some sort of free will. I know it's like really, really a touchy subject to bring when it comes to Islam and free will. But I do believe that even in the Quran, it's not like specifically mentioned free will, but there are some verses or ayahs that refer or kind of imply that there is free will. So I guess the story of the people of Thamud is like very, very easy to pinpoint. Okay, Prophet Saleh had a choice to choose between, becoming a prophet, trying to steer his people the right way, or just going the easy route and being, one of their leaders because they were already strong and powerful. That's something that Allah had already provided to them. So I guess this kind of just re-emphasizes the fact that there's a right way and there's a wrong way, and it depends on what way you choose and how you'll get to whatever reward or whatever punishment is going to be in the hereafter, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Wait, can I add one more thing real fast? Like one thing, another thing too. Like when it comes to like I'm gonna look at it like I'm gonna look at the people that are like down, right? You know how we always sit down and was like now when we people back home, they don't have like a dream, or they just worry about more of the faith and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they just like they dwell on the faith. They think the faith is gonna save them or whatever the case may be. Like well, those people, it's like how can I explain it? It's like what's the word I'm trying to look for? It's like, you know how, like I said earlier, like Allah would try to protect, like say right now, all of us, right? We all want to do better in life, right?
Yeah.
Like you might go apply for this job, but that like Allah knows that job is not really like good for you. Like, you get what I'm saying? But this is the job that you really want. This is the company that you really want to work for. They like looking at you. They want to recruit you, all types of stuff, right? But it's like, Allah is trying to protect you from that job, like no matter what it is. But us being human and like just being like weak-minded compared to Allah's wisdom and stuff, like we tend to like get upset. Like the in the video, the guy said like Allah like abandoned me or whatever the case may be. Like some people ask like, oh, why did Allah do this? Like you cannot question certain things. It's like you cannot question it. Just you gotta like have tawakkul, like have like taqwa like within Allah, like trusting in Allah, like no matter what it is, you'll be more so at peace. Like, and the people that do have the means or whatever the case may be, another thing that they said is like you have the means but you don't look out for like the what is it, the poor and stuff like that. You see it goes both ways. Like this dunya could be aligned swell because like look at the person that's poor, like the person in the video, right? There's a person that got a nice car with all this money, and next to him was a person that's poor. If you got money, they're saying feed the homeless or like help give out charity. So either way, it could be balanced if the person that got money is looking out for the person that's, down. You get what I'm saying? Like the world could be super balanced in that way. Like if like this is why I say like when you listen or like when you try to like sit down and ponder, it's so many different like ways that you could think of it. Like me, that's how I looked at it. Like say I'm like a poor person, and Dawda, like he's the person that got money or whatever. If Dawda's looking out for me, I'm gonna be able to look out for my family. I'm gonna be able to look out for myself. So that's like one less problem that I have within myself. You get what I'm saying? So the world could be like a little bit balanced.
Yeah.
And
I agree with that part.
Yeah, and the part about like not question of what I got from what based on what he was saying is, I actually agree with that part of the sense of like, if something, whenever anything bad happens to me, like let's say I interview for a job, like what you said, right, and I don't get the position, or if I'm doing something and I don't get this, right, or if we're looking at a property or I'm looking at something and someone ends up outbidding me right away, and I thought that that's what I needed to get, right. I've gotten into the habit of not questioning of like, why didn't I get this, this job, or, it should have done this. It should have if anything, it's one thing to understand what went wrong so that I can learn from it. And I've gained the knowledge for next time, right? Like, did they outbid me because I wasn't fast enough because of XYZ, right? Did I not get the interview because my response to this question and that question may have been weaker? It's one thing to kind of like from a constructive standpoint, think about, where you could have done better. But I've gotten into the habit of, I'm very big on like what's not meant for me, make it very apparent and do not even allow me to get it. Like, because, and what's meant for me, like, I want that. So that's the questioning part that of how I like that I resonate with, of when things don't go my way. I'm always kind of like, there must be something bigger in a different direction that I'm supposed to go in.
Okay.
Yeah. Even when you're looking for like advice and stuff like that, that same thing you just said, like me, I do that all the time. Like if it comes to like a spouse or job, anything that I'm like trying to look for, I always make that like dua, like grant me what's like good for me. And if it's not good for me, like protect me from it. Like no matter what it is, like, and then Allah for some reason always like find a way for you to get what you want. Like you said, whatever is meant for you is like no one can take that away from you.
I
And
disagree.
whatever is not meant for you, it would never happen for like never happen to you.
Look, I disagree because like again, I question everything. I think that's just the way I operate. Not saying I question it just and sit and play victim. No, not that. I'm not gonna play victim,
Yeah.
but I will question it. I think that's where my understanding come from. And I think saying like what's meant for you is gonna come to you. I think even Nimsa, you said it sometimes that that sometimes we have free will, but other humans can make our life harder. Because I asked you, the other people need to suffer for others to live a better life. Remember, I asked you that, and then you say that based on human action, some people go through it because of it, right? And so my question is just like, I will question, and it's, sometimes things doesn't really make sense, and I think like Lamine said, like sometimes you're not gonna understand everything or whatever the case may be, which that's fine, to a certain extent that's fine, but like my thing is I would question everything, and also my thing about the free will and things that are meant to be, I struggle with that, I struggle with that big time because it's like when it's because if you look at case by case, that's not the same thing for everybody, and that's why I even mentioned the situation in Congo and things like that. It's people that go through it when you talk about a crafted scenario where you're talking about going for a property is completely different when somebody's trying to survive and eat. So to me, but going back to the surah, right? And it's not even to like be a contrarian. It's just asking questions to kind of fully understand it. Because it said now, whenever a human being is tested by their Lord through his generosity and blessing, they boast. My Lord has deservedly honored me. And then right after that is, but when he tests them by limiting their provision, their protest, my Lord has undeservedly humiliated me. So to me, like that's the question I was asking. So that's two scenarios. So is the verse talking about two different people?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because
it's a comparing and contrasting.
Yeah.
Like it's like yeah.
Yeah. So I was going somewhere. So because you know how like the way I was looking at it, was two ways I was looking at it from two perspectives. It's like I give you money whenever you need it all the time, but when I don't have it, it becomes a problem. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it can mean that.
Right.
It's both. I think it means both.
Okay, cool.
It's just two separate situations.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was questioning it. So the second one is two people. The other person is happy that God is doing this. He's bragging about it and all of that, but forgetting about, God. He just more indulge in his wealth. The
He's
second
full of
part,
himself, yeah.
The second part is things ain't going for me. So like right now it's like I'm losing faith. I'm just like, what's going on? This and that. So now I'm not more focused on a person because I can easily see why somebody that's have all this abundance can lose track of that. But the person that's going through it, saying that they will they will lose provision and say, why God is doing this to me, right? To me, it's like that's warranted. Like I'm gonna tell you why. When you're going through it, again, I tell you, like you gotta have strong faith in order to survive. But to me, that's warranted. When you're really going through it, if you're in Congo digging those mud and trying to find diamonds and to just get something to eat and you don't have nowhere to stay, you're gonna question God. You're gonna be like, why is He putting me in this position? You're gonna say, it might make people, it makes some people more of a believer, and it makes some people not believe. So to me, I can't look at this and say like they're being ungrateful. Because it's like, bro, when you're really none of us went through that type of pain. That can really break a person down. So to me, I really don't hold those people to that like account. Like I can't.
So the ungrateful aspect. Ungrateful aspect that aligns with the example of the person who has been given all the things, right? So that's that example. So it's more so the people losing hope. Right. And losing like hope and stuff. And honestly, I feel like people who are suffering tend to be more like what you said. I think it's more likely that what's getting them through is their faith, is their idea that, there's going to be a better tomorrow. That's what like probably gets them through life.
Yeah, but it's
I was just about to say that the people that like, that's why they said the believers, like, I think people take that term a little lightly. Like the believers are like way different from like people that are like, you remember how earlier you said like there's no in between? Like with believers, there's no in between. It's this or it's that. Like it's just they're on this side. But the other people, like that's why they in the Quran they use like the believers a lot. Or they use like the non-believers a lot. Like it's just that, like it's like just that cut and dry. Like the believers, if you're like a true believer, a lot of, like Nomso just said also, the ungrateful part was for the person that's like, that got money and stuff like that. He's forgetting that Allah is the one that gave him that. You get what I'm saying? And the other people, they're questioning Allah. It's not like they're ungrateful. It's just that they're questioning. It's like, damn, like, but if you're a believer, 9 times out of 10, like us, we all know like people that's like down, but they say Alhamdulillah every day. Like we know people like that. They're down. Or like people that they like, said earlier, when you go for like a job or you don't close in on a property that you want, you sit back and say Alhamdulillah. Like you don't really complain. You just sit back and like, okay, like this is what Allah was, blah blah blah. Those are like the believers. Like you just revert back to Allah. So
that's
But
different.
wouldn't you also say like, sorry.
Go.
Wouldn't you say like even questioning itself would be a form of believing? For you to even like raise your hand and be like, "Ya Allah, why me?" You already one believing.
Like you need answers.
Allah,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't think
you're
that's
still questioning, but you're still. Oh, sorry.
No, I don't think that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying one can lose, one can be a strong believer, right? Within that whatever struggle that they're going through, and other people can become less of a believer. I think
like
what is
blame, like place blame.
Yeah,
so
it's
less question, more place blame. Is that what?
Okay, so it says here, right? Let me go back and just make sure we all on the same page. What is it? Okay, so the generosity is the people that God give wealth to, and the second part is it say, but when He tests them by limiting their provision, that's what I was asking. Is He talking about the same person or two different people? We came to conclusion that it can mean both, but in this topic, we're talking about two different people. It said, but when He tests them by limiting their provision, they protest, my Lord has undeservedly humiliated me. Now, when you go back to more context of that, it says here that essentially, in Surah Fajr 89, verse 16, it says essentially, it says that when Allah tests a person by restricting their livelihood or making it difficult for them to acquire substance, they often complain and feel unjustly treated, exclaiming, my Lord has humiliated me, highlighting the human tendency to become ungrateful and impatient when facing challenges, even when those challenges are meant as a test from God. Now, what I was saying, the example Numso gave, yes, but we know that there's multiple opportunities out there for you to get more property. That's why I say in that scenario, you
like
are
fortunate. Okay, so let's talk about Congo.
Let's talk about Congo. It don't have to be Congo, other places too.
Yeah.
So when you know, like sometimes you clearly know that it's like right now, this has been going on for years. Some people are not making it out. And we can kind of understand to this. We can all attest to this. Maybe life is not fair, right? So, but they're not making it out. So I'm saying being in that, it's easy when you're sitting in a comfort, like in this comfort, and we're talking about it, right? And then after we're gonna go to sleep, eat, watch our show on Netflix. But the kid that just waking up and thinking about going into those a field to go dig to eat, I don't think like some fate might get even stronger, but it can break some people. So what I'm saying is, would you call those people ungrateful for saying God has let me down?
But the ungratefulness isn't for this example.
What do you
Like
mean?
the ungratefulness is for the people who have an abundance and they're ungrateful. This one is this side of it is not
What
like
is this one saying?
it didn't say ungrateful. It's like you're placing
Human tendency
blame,
to
right?
become ungrateful and impatient when facing challenges.
I think
Okay.
the surah itself, Al-Fajr, isn't like referring to two different people. I think it's just generalizing people.
Yeah, it's
in general.
generalizing.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, it's not. No, the surah is not referring to like a scenario and then a different person. It's just referring to scenarios and humans as a whole. That's my understanding from the surah.
So,
Okay.
Dada,
Yeah,
because I kind of came in late, so I don't think it's necessarily being ungrateful. I think it's human nature to question when you're faced with difficulties, right? Because even if you look at it, there's an example with the religion, like Prophet, I think it was Ibrahim, right?
It's Ayub too.
When Allah asked him like to sacrifice his son, right? And he kind of struggled with it,
I see.
but
Okay.
he kind of questioned it. But I guess like he ended up doing it, but in return, God's kind of like saved him, turned his son into like a sheep, you know. So, and if you even look at like the his son, I think Yusuf as well, right? Yusuf had to go through kind of like the same thing, patience, you know, because he went to jail for a crime that he did not commit, right? And he was locked up for he was wronged, but that was, and his brothers kind of like, you know, sold him, but
Yeah.
even him, he wondered why, right? But
Yeah, you're talking
he,
about Jacob.
No, Telly, that's a different, like, he didn't really question. That was just a more so like,
no, he did.
he had his like trust in Allah. Like the one prophet that I must say that
No,
like Yusuf went through
what
life.
I'm saying is just because you questioned it, that doesn't mean you don't have faith in it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think
that's just human nature though.
placing blame is different than questioning. So okay, I'm gonna retract. Like I
Yeah.
do think questioning is fine. Like to kind of what you guys are saying. I think like placing blame of like you know the people that are like angry, where you become angry and you start placing blame and you start like not. It turns you completely away. Is I think is
Yeah.
the one thing that I would say is
That's like
though, right? Is maybe like because let's say the example of Congo, right? Maybe with this surah, right? If you continue to still have hope during these times of struggle, no, like even if the struggle is long, if you continue to have hope, I do think that it allows you to go through your day-to-day life at a much different frequency than if you do end up going the path of placing blame. Because just thinking psychologically, I think if you wake up every day and you're like, you know what? I woke up today. I have 2 eyes. I have 2 legs. For the people that are disabled, they still count whatever blessings that they still do have, right?
Yeah.
I think psychologically, it does something to the human being every single day when you wake up and you count all of the things that you're blessed for about, and not focus on like what you don't have. You may question, but then you still thank God of like everything that you do have despite your circumstances, and then have that faith that, you know what, everything is going to be okay. I think that person's like day to day and frequency in general is completely different than the person who is placing blame and is in this deep, because then you get into this deep dark hole. And like even like you see the even despite you being in the rainforest, one person sees brightness and the sunlight, the other person just sees darkness. You get what I'm saying? Even
Around
though
what's
they're
going
both
on,
in
yeah.
that hole digging.
No, correct. I said that there's always two sides of it. It can like ensure or reinforce your faith, or it can make you question it to where you in between, or it can make you lose your faith completely.
And I think the other side, the questioning and the or the strengthening and like that aspect, like so long as you have faith, I think that's what like your day-to-day life and view and overall like frequency will just be at a different level than the person who gives it who forgives.
That's where the strength comes in. Once you got the like the people with the like you said Congo, right? Like those kids. You remember earlier I said like they're making dua and stuff like that to get out their situation that they're in, right? But the thing is, like remember I said Allah answers dua. It's not the way that you want it to be answered, right? Like Allah has probably something for them that they don't even know what's there for them. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
that's how I look at it. But us being human is like us being human, of course you're gonna get frustrated. I'm like me personally, I understand the person that's like, you know what, bro, I'm getting tired of this. What you gonna call it? Like I get it, but like even like me, I'm not that type of person, but I get it though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
Okay.
just you being human, that's like a human thing. Like even what Telly said earlier with the prophet, right? Even Prophet Ayub, like he went through like he had everything he wanted in life. He was grateful, and Allah took everything away from him, from like his wealth, his health, all his kids like passed away. And then like he was like super like patient about it. But his wife was patient with him, but she still like I don't know how to explain it. She
I get what
started
you're
selling
saying.
her hair and stuff like that. Yeah, like it just you might have the people that are like struggling, they might have something better at the either in the hereafter or like whenever, bro. That's how I look at life, me personally.
Now, I understand. I'm gonna read this passage back one more time because we have two perspectives. Either he's talking about the same person being ungrateful once they get rewarded, and once the reward is no longer there, like I'm giving you money, but the one time I said no, it's an issue or it's two people. But to me, I'm gonna say that it's talking about the same. And after that, I have a question for everybody. So now, whenever a human being is tested by their Lord through His generosity and blessing, they boast, "My Lord has deservedly honored me." And then it goes, they say, "But when He tests them," so I'm guessing He's still talking about the same people that He blessed, right? Blessed. But when He tests them by limiting their provision, they protest, "My Lord has undeservedly humiliated me." To me, that sounds like somebody that's ungrateful. You do for them, they're all happy, yeah. But when you don't, it's like, "Man, you let me down, get out of here, whatever, man. You not whatever." You get what I'm saying? That's how I think that's how we should
I
look
feel
at
like
it.
they generalizing though. I feel like he generalizing still because like when they say
No,
them and stuff like that, it's not just like a certain like group of people. Because like the Quran like generalizes like just a worldly thing. Like you get what I'm saying?
no.
Like
We're
it's
saying the
not. I
same
don't think it's
thing.
a.
What I'm saying, right? I mean,
Yeah, I think they generalizing.
we had two perspectives. We're saying it's either God is talking about the person that is that He give a whole bunch of wealth and abundance to, and the person that He put in a position to struggle. Is those those verses, are they talking about two different people, two different person, or are they talking about like an example? If once I give you all this blessing, when things are not going your way, you become ungrateful. That's what I'm asking. So I'm looking at it the second one, that you're being rewarded. Then once it's not there, you're being ungrateful. That's how I'm looking at it. But anybody else?
Yeah. And that's how I view it too. That's how I read it, at least
Yeah.
how the passage goes. It seems like Allah is just saying the way He tests us as humans is when He's providing for us, we're just, oh yeah, it's the blessings of Allah. This is my Lord, blah, blah, blah. And then
Yeah.
when we go through struggles, we start questioning, Ya Allah, why would you do this to me? Da, 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 da. That's how I viewed it, at least.
Yeah. So I think that's. I mean, we definitely can like do
Yeah.
more research, or if you get an imam or somebody that's scholarly, also we can have a conversation. I think this is a good one. But
Hold of your iman, don't give in to shaitan. Oh, you who believe, please give thanks to Allah. Allahu Ghafoor, Allahu Rahim, Allahu yuhibbul muhsinin. هو خالقنا ورازقنا وهو على كل شيء قدير. Allah is Ghafoor, Allah is Rahim, Allah is the one who loves the Muhsinin. He is our creator, He is our sustainer, and He is the one who has power over all. Give thanks to Allah.